So, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, you get what you fight for, not what you wish for. Um, Me personally, I've made a lot of wishes. I've did a lot of wanting, but that will never get you to where you want to be. There's gonna be days where you don't feel like it, and those are the days you have to fight the hardest because that lets you know that you're getting a lot closer. It lets you know that you're a lot closer than you think you are. So really, the harder it gets, the closer you get to where you're trying to go. But you'll never get there if you stop fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to fight when shit is easy. Like it's easy to fight when, you know what I'm saying, nobody's asking you for money, when everybody's your friend. It's easy to fight when, you know what I'm saying, you getting paid good certain weeks and everything in life is going smooth. But it gets hard to fight when you got shit going on that is out of your control. It gets harder to fight when your back is against the wall and you done paid for everybody's bills, including yours, and you still trying to live your life. It gets harder whenever it's harder for you to get out of bed and you feel like hitting that snooze button and laying down and not sticking to the routine. That's when shit becomes hard. But guess what? That's when the transformation really begins. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you really get to see who you are at your strongest. You know what I'm saying? You may feel weak, but that's really when you're at your strongest because you have the choice to push through. You can, like I said, you can do all this wishing, you can do all this hoping. You know what I'm saying? You can have your dream cards, your wallpaper, and tell all your friends about your aspirations and dreams, but it won't mean shit unless you fight for what you want. But to fight for what you want, first you have to go for what you want. You can't settle for less because you cheat yourself if you settle for less, bro. You know what I'm saying? You better than that. You have to tell yourself that you better than that. Not out of arrogance, not out of, you know what I'm saying, feeling like you deserve something, but because you put the time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears and work into that shit. So by default, you do deserve it. It's already yours until you start acting like it's not. So you have to fight for that shit. You have to claw tooth and nail for that shit. Like, you ever been in a real street fight? Like, they kicking, they grabbing your neck, like, you know what I'm saying, punches, elbows, knees, nigga. I'm talking about fighting for real. We're not talking about no little 1-2, 1-2. No, bro. Like, this life is not gonna give you shit. You have to fight tooth and nail, nigga. You gotta fight to the death. You know what I'm saying? Because this is really a life or death situation. You may not see it until the end of your road. You know what I'm saying? The end of your life, and you didn't realize that everything you wanted was right in front of you. All you had to do was fight hard enough to go get it. Fight every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, days, even when you feel like you don't have enough left to fight, you still have to fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta push through physically, you gotta push through mentally, emotionally, socially. You gotta push through in all areas, bro. Because that's the only way it's gonna work. But a lot of people don't have that dog in them. A lot of people ain't got that fight in them. They don't got enough heart to go for what they want. They sit around people who don't have that in them, and by default, it just rubs off on them. And they become a byproduct of the people that they hang around with, bro. So that's what I'm telling you. You got to put yourself around some dogs. You got to put yourself around go-getters and hustlers and people with the right mindset that's willing to put their life, willing to put everything on the line for what they want. And not just for what they want for themselves, but what they want for their lineage, their legacy. And I say this all the time, bro. It's a lot easier said than done, but when you got people in your corner that's, you know what I'm saying, handing you water, scraping your face, wiping your face off, and telling you go back in there and fight some more, that's going to not only give you the motivation, but it's going to give you the accountability that you need to just keep pushing, bro, even when you don't feel like it. Because let's be real, don't nobody want to get punched in the face 1,000 times, get punched in the mouth, now you bleeding from the nose and your eye big and black. But guess what? That's where champions are made. You got to take them bumps and bruises and really understand what it takes, bro. Because if you don't, you'll never get there. It don't matter how bad you want to get there, bro, if you're not willing to fight. You know, as corny as it sounds, like, shit, everybody know that movie when bro was like, you win some and you lose some, but you win and you fight so you can live another day. Literally, that's how it is. Like, some days you'll lose, but in them losses, you got to know where you went wrong. You got to know that it's better days ahead. As you fight more, you're gonna become more resilient. You're gonna know, oh, I gotta duck and dodge this. Oh, I can't take this. Oh, I gotta block that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, now I gotta uppercut him right here, right cut right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta fight for what you want, bro. And on the outside looking in, I know you may be looking at people on social media, even people in real life, you know what I'm saying, as they pull up and valet with their Ferraris and Lamborghinis and shit, bro. They had to fight for what they wanted, females and all. You know what I'm saying? And when I say fight, obviously I don't mean like literally walking up and, you know what I'm saying, like picking out the biggest dude to fight with, but just think of this as an analogy. Think of it metaphorically, you know what I'm saying? Like, in life, this is what they do. They pick the biggest people. Not the biggest people, they pick the biggest circumstance that they really want. And they just, no matter how long it take them, no matter how many times they got to get whooped and get beat up, they'll go through that because they know one day they'll win. But you just got to believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't just wake up and just have this belief, because that's delusion. You don't want to be delusional, bro. Like, if you see that you're losing, okay, now it's time to tighten up in some areas. You need to work on your jab. You need to work on your hooks. You need to work on your kicks, your elbows, bro. All of that shit goes into play. You just don't wake up one day and be the fighter that you want to be. It takes practice. It takes literally blood, sweat, and tears, bro. Like, some days you'll go to work. Shit, some weeks you'll go to work 70, 80 hours a week, bro, and you just struggling, trying to figure out where you're gonna get your next boost of energy. But that's where you really have to fight. If you gotta pop your energy drink just to keep you going, if you gotta, I don't know, take a nap in your car during breaks to keep you going, bro, but you have to fight for it, bro. I'm telling you, because this life shit ain't no joke. It don't care about how you feel, bro. It don't care about how you feel. You think when Mike Tyson lost, he was trying to figure out if he won based on how he felt? You know what I'm saying? Of course he wanted to win, but you're gonna have to fight harder than the next man. Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis, for an example. You see all that wolfing and shit Ryan was talking, and they got in the ring and got whooped and he got sat down. That's how a lot of shit's gonna happen for a lot of people out here. They gonna get to where they think they wanna go, and life is gonna punch them in the mouth. It's gonna knock them out, knock them on their ass, and they're gonna be like, damn, I didn't think it was gonna be like this. Exactly. But that's gonna happen to everybody at one point, even if it's not on live television. Just think metaphorically. Think where I'm coming from right now. It may not happen in live television, but you think Tank ain't get knocked out a couple times? You don't think he got bust up in the mouth a couple times? Yes, he has. It may not be on television, but through practice, oh yeah, it's gonna have to happen, because that's the only way you can win. So don't be afraid of failure, bro. Don't be afraid to get out there and lose some fights, bro. Because win, lose, or draw, you have to go hard as you can. You have to go as hard as you can, bro. Because can't nobody fight for you, bro. All them trainers and, you know what I'm saying, everybody else, they in your corner, but they cannot fight for you. Just like if you bought a course, the person who sold you the course cannot do the work for you. He gave you the tips, he gave you the tools and the resources to go ahead and get it. But at the end of the day, it's all on you to make that shit happen. And shit just doesn't fall out the sky, bro. I'm telling you. So if you don't take anything away from this video, take this away. You get what you fight for, not what you wish for. So stop wishing, start doing more, start taking more action, and start fighting, and fight hard. And fight like your life depends on it. Because ultimately, it does.